There you go. Okay, let's talk about the notes on the fourth string. We're going to cover 3 more notes now on the fourth string. The open string is a D. Now, look at the music notation. It's going to be underneath the staff. This is our first one that's been out of our staff range. The D is going to be below the staff, and that's fourth string open D. The next note is with our second finger, E. And the third note is with our third finger, F. Let's do those again. D, E, and F. Let's try a couple of these fourth string exercises. If you look at the first one, it starts out with a D on a half note. Let's play. Ready? Go. Then E, then an F, 2, 3, 4. Stays on that F. 1, 2. Very good. Let's check out number 2. Ready? Play. Now look at all these Fs. Make sure to alternate. Down, up, down, up. There you go. Just for fun, let's check out number 4 at the bottom of the page. This one, it gets quite intense with all of the notes in there, but I think you'll do it. Ready? Play. Quarter note here, then back down. Good. Let's try that one more time. It's a good exercise to try and say the notes too when you're playing them. It helps your brain connect where they're at, especially with these newer notes. Ready? Go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now we come back down. G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D. Now at this stage, probably some of you're probably going to start misfiring a little bit. You're going for the third string, you hit the fourth string. You're going for the second string, you hit the third string. That is perfectly natural right here in this stage of development. Just make sure you're bracing. You've got your bracing happening, solid, and that you go slow enough. Some of these exercises, I may be going faster than you're at right now. Just stop the tape, practice it a little bit on your own, and then you'll be ready to go when it's time for us to play together. Okay, welcome to the guitar tips section of session 3. We're going to talk about what I think is one of the most practical things and helpful things you can do to improve yourself as a player is working with a metronome. Metronome is a little thing like this. They have also ones that are the tick-tock kind that go back and forth. They both do the same thing. It just clicks off the tempo. Okay? And working with a metronome is, although frustrating at first, is very, very good for helping you settle down your time, settle down your rhythm in these different exercises. So let me just show you how this works. I'm going to turn it on, and this is clicking off. Let's see, what does that say? 72 beats per minute. And so if I was playing along with it, let's say I'm playing a C chord. 2, 3, 4. Say I want to do half notes. Quarter notes. Good. See how that works? It really forces you to be honest. Sometimes if you're sitting and practicing, just sitting on the couch practicing, you'll kind of let yourself get sloppy, and you won't be real steady. And you'll just kind of be doing them completely unsteady. A metronome won't let you do that. It kind of forces you to be in tempo. And when it's time to speed up, I raise it up a little bit. Let's raise it up to, let's say, 92. Now I'm going to do the same thing. C chord. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes. Quarter notes. I can switch between chords. I can do single notes. Working with a metronome, probably one of the best things you can do. Next thing I want to talk about in our guitar tips is holding your notes out. If you have a really, really long note, let's say a G here on the first string, and I need to hold that out. If I've got a tie and I'm holding into the next measure, I've got the guitar naturally decays. It's one of the instruments that doesn't really hold. You keep having to refresh the note. So, being that it has a very quick decay time, when you play that G, you really got to keep that finger on to get the most that you can out of that note while it's playing. You don't want to just play it. If it's a whole note, just play it and then go on to the next note. You got to hold these notes out. Keep the pressure on through those low notes. Also, now that we've introduced some new notes, you'll notice that we've got two of different kinds of notes. Now we've got two Ds. We've got a low and a high. We've got two E's, a low and a high. We've got two F's. And the last one we have two of is G's. G, G. Now, if you're writing in notes, and I would encourage you to write in notes if you need to, sometimes we get into the habit of just looking at the tops of the lines and looking at the notes that we've written in, and we'll miss whether it's a low G or a high G. How am I supposed to keep that straight? You got to look at the music. If that note is in the staff, second line, that's the lower G. If it's up on top of the staff, on that top space, then that's the upper G. So you got to make sure I always be looking at the music. Now we're getting into these doubles of notes. By the end, you'll have 2 and 3 of all these notes. They're called octaves. So you'll have many different octaves by the time we're done. Okay? Now, here's your assignment for this for this session, the things that you need to cover. I want you to do all of the first through the fourth string exercises in your book. Play through our songs that I have listed out there. Yankee Doodle, When the Saints Go Marching In, and Love Me Tender. Now, we'll work on those in the workshop time, so I'll see you there. Okay, welcome to the workshop time. This is where I think the work gets done. A lot of guys dream about being a guitar player, but here, when you're actually doing the practicing, is what separates dreamers from guys that actually become guitar players. So let's start going through these exercises. Remember what we talked about last time. We have ties, we have dots. Ties tie over the bar line, and you add those two notes together. Dots, what do dots do? Dots add half of whatever they're attached to. Mainly you're going to see them attached to half notes, so it would be a dot attached to a half note would actually get 3 beats. Okay, let's start going through some of these exercises. I'm going to work with a metronome like we talked about in our guitar tips section, just so you can see how working with a metronome really pays off. My metronome is set to about 66 beats per minute right now. And let's go through third string exercises. We're going to go through the first one. Remember our notes on the third string? G and A. Let's play it together. Number 1, third string exercises. Ready? Go. There you go. Let's do number 2. Ready? Play. Very good. Okay, now let's do number 3. Ready? Play. Rest. rest. Number 4, this one's in 3/4 time. I've switched time signatures on you. It's not always going to be in 4/4 time. Some songs are going to be in 3. This has 3 beats per measure. Let's do this one. Ready, play. Tie. Very good. Let's crank it up a little bit. Try that last one more time. Now I'm at about 92. That may be too fast. Let's go back to 80. Number 4. Ready, go. Good. Now let's talk about 4th string exercises. Remember our notes on the 4th string? We have D, 2nd finger E, and 3rd finger F. Okay? Let's go through all of our notes just while I'm thinking about it. D, E, F, next note, next line, G, A, next string, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's go backwards. Fourth string exercises number 1. Go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Number 2. Ready, play. Remember to be alternating your picking. Let's do number 3. Ready, go. And last one, number 4. Ready, play. Quarter note. Let's do it again. Let me crank up the tempo a little bit, and let's do that number 4 one more time, a little bit faster. This is back at 88. 1, 2, ready, play. Do it again. Very good. Let's move on to our songs. Okay, now let's go through some of the songs that we need to cover for next time.